exposure. It's next year. Probably more of the same though as this year, which is not a lot of not a lot going on there. No, I guess on some level. Priscilla's here. Yes, here. I'm not sure if I want to mess with that. Should just jump out of my hand or something like that. Beg for treats or something. Yeah, we kind of keep this one a little bit short. Yeah, it's been kind of a long. Yeah, I'm gonna work the situation. Can't seem to get a break there. Yeah, it's been kind of intense recently. Maybe too intense. Sabotage comment pro sessions. The scheduler. We have a shop here. Yeah, this will probably be a short one for sure. Okay, yeah, I guess we can head to I guess there are Arturians right now, maybe the few lines. Yeah, I'm worn out. So, yeah, I'm not, yeah, this is gonna be too many things going on coming up. So, okay, we're going to the Arturians. Yeah, I guess because I wasn't kind of going into that direction, but I kind of feel their vibe, and then I'm bringing the winter, yeah, the felines, seem like they have something going on there. So, all right, blessings, here we go. Greetings with the Arcturians. Yes, knowing more about yourself and just to take it, yes, day by day. There is, yes, of course, dealing with the energies of individuals that are stuck in their frequency or holding back. Not to focus too much on that, but to go forward, yes, there's going to be some soul challenges. I mean, meaning that sometimes, yeah, you have to. You can say some individuals do get stuck, and you can say there to unstuck them, pull them out of their comfort zone. You can say, especially those that you're dealing that are difficult. For example, sometimes when you go through like a divorce situation or a relationship situation, sometimes you keep them in that divorce, or you keep them even with the wrong person energetically, just so they can figure themselves out. If they left you with somebody else and they have to kind of go through that, situation, yes, it might be difficult for you on a physical level, but on a higher level, they kind of have to go through that, and say they already made that choice. And it does have some improvement eventually, but it does take a long time for that to unravel. So, and there are many here that are scared. They don't trust themselves, and they just rather just hide in a hole in life. Like they might be this certain person on the outside, but they're hiding in the inside, hiding completely. Well, this is a forest. This is a jungle planet, so some are rabbits where they just some rabbits want to run out in front of cars, and others want to just hide in a hole. You'd be surprised how many are hiding in a hole. It's like, don't go out there, don't do that. And others like, I don't care, just run in front of a car, or whatever it is. Of course, the rabbit energies is just a sign, of a totem of moving through dimensions, bringing in new realities. Yes, it's just, and a good luck frequency. It doesn't have to be a rabbit's foot either. That's just, Well, having a whole rabbit is kind of sometimes just having your foot's good enough, you could say. But either way, the rabbit does have a positive frequency there, and yes, a sign from the universe, but also they're assisting in the astral realms. It just kind of gives you, yeah, it's like everyone has their own like little totem to show that they're on the right track. Let's put it that way. It could be music, it could be any, whatever it might be, to show you're on the right path. Yes, it could be. Usually it's music. A lot of times that, or just a certain word that you keep hearing over and over again, to just give you an understanding you are in the right frequency. Yes, it's difficult, but a world like this, dealing with kind of like it is a young race, as some of you are starting to realize. It might be, yes, it might be. These beings here might be thousands of trillion years old, but here they're still kids. I mean, you're here to raise the human reality. The idea is for it to grow up, and yes, it might be adults, but still a lot of childishness here. Sometimes it's with the music, it is with also your sports kind of. The sports is healing a lot of the war frequencies of the past. And of course, there's still a lot of, even like with certain tastes, what's good, what's bad, as for art wise. Eventually, no one will care and just like what they like. They do that now, but become more like that. It's like sometimes like the cheesiest movie or music or whatever it is known to man. Eventually the critics will. There's always going to be a critic, but it's the critics. Eventually, it's like who cares? Because you can see the inner meaning of it, and why is this a cheese whiz? Things that you like that are just so. But it has an inner child energy connected to it. There's all different reasons. Instead of this, it has to be this way. This is good and that's bad. And it's just like, of course, everyone can judge that on their own. Instead of having this is good and that doesn't make any sense. At least on an artistic level. On a soul level too, it's basically on unlocking the darker realms, and even making peace with it. Without, not that many of you are you're at war because it's not understood. It's trying to devour your society, as you can see. But really, you're coming into a point of balance between light and dark. Yes, can't we all just get along? That's basically where you're working towards. Easier said than done, because you become more aware of yourself. And some of you have made that peace. There is no light or dark. But there's still some inner struggle there, even if you might say that. I mean, yes, it might be, glass half full or half whatever you call it. But it's still, you might see it, but with internally, it might not quite be quite there yet. But that's really what you're working towards. Is this basically? You might not like what the dark does, and the dark doesn't like what the light does either. But basically, you kind of just make a little bit of a truce, and not let one devour the other. Though there's going to be some of that, but you kind of have a more understanding of it. Becoming more understanding of the animal frequencies here. On a biological, you're understanding more. Was ancient times, even how the biology of how the world works, how the body works, and eventually understand how darkness works. And as what you're doing now with your spiritual development, eventually worldwide this become more understood. They're not really talking about that. Say, oh, that person's evil and that's it. There's a lot more to it than that, as some of you know. So spirituality is basically finding a balance. That doesn't mean you have to all agree, but just basically where light and dark is just more understood. So you wonder what this is all about. Darkness within, but not just that, just how the world works too. So you bring Astral here to balance out the physical. The physical, it does have a purpose. It's not just why bother, just clear it out, throw it out, and like, no, it has a purpose too. And Astral and physical have always battled each other forever. And you just, once again, can't we all get along? The physical and the non-physical, because even the non-physical, it just kind of just looks the other way when it sees the physical realms. It's like, what is that? Who needs that? And of course, the physical does the same thing as the non-physical. So, blessings. Crazy, yeah, the felines. Our connection to you are, yes, we have problems also. Some of you see that with the cat beings, or yeah, your domestic cats at least. But they have their own qualities, of course, and of course, they're not going to show up as a humanoid. I mean, technically they could. Technically, that's part, but it just shows that there's a lot of clearing the felines have to do with themselves too. Of course, not to say this world's their project, but basically it's something they have to. They have their own darkness also to clear out. It's not just you. It's not just your world that has to get its act together. Feline races have to get their act together. The reptilians, Orions, and so on. Some of the fish beings are like, "What's wrong with you people?" Well, they don't do that, but they just, a lot of them, there's fish. They don't create all these problems for themselves, depending on the fish race. The aquatic, it all depends what reality, but some are just, we just swim around. They don't deal with all what you're dealing with. And of course, they're doing it in a predator realm and in the oceans, and of course, it's predator realms and all. It's eaten and be eaten, and that is also the universe, but also where this world is at currently, for now. Well, is this why is that? Why you have like a limitation of being here, like your life and death situation? Well, because you have a certain frame of time to accomplish what you're here to accomplish. And do you want to live this for eternity like this? Because it kind of puts you on a time clock to, work out what you need to work out. It's kind of like you put on a test and now you have 30 minutes to finish the test, kind of like that. Of course, you have more time than that. Instead of just working this out, we'll just take our time for another few thousand years and we'll just get nowhere with this. You have certain time frames where you can sort out situations with yourself. Yes, you might have to reincarnate again sometimes, but most likely make some kind of progress. Instead of just, you can live here for 1,000 years and have no progress. So that's another reason why your lifespan is not to be here forever. And those that live to like 100, it depends on the being, but some of them just, they're they're sending frequencies out to the earth. They're not there to block anyone. And so they are doing energetic clearings here. Some of them are Arcturian beings. Sometimes, it's not even the person that you know, it's somebody else. Other beings are there now, and the souls are vanished, went somewhere else, and now it's just an avatar for other beings. So there's that. Yeah, when one gets to a certain age, it becomes somebody else. Of course, it can happen throughout their life, but also like you hit 80, sometimes it's not who you think it is that's there anymore. That's when Alzheimer's comes in. Also, different beings are exploring it, but there's different type of situations there. But the feeling, your alien disclosure, it's getting stronger along with your, it doesn't mean that, yes, the aliens will be landing here, but you as a human race is becoming more, aware of yourselves on a higher level. Yes, it's slow, only because of most of the society is not interested in these type of things, which is fine. It just helps you actually improve. It actually makes you sharper. The pushback actually makes you stronger. And it kind of pushes your, you can say it helps you become less lazy with it. And also use it more correctly instead of just, I have my powers now, what am I going to do with them? Instead of it comes in slowly. And it's like you're sharpening your frequency, to use it wisely. That's the kind of the idea of it. Instead of just squander. If your powers came in back easily, powers would be squandered very easily, as you can imagine. And it's already happening now, technically. So it doesn't mean everyone's going to do that, but you become older and wiser. But it's also just how you use your energy field. So, I'll leave you with that.